3D boxing here with former ABF junior middleweight champion, Ferocious Luey Villareal. It's been a while. How's it going, champ?
Going good. It's going good. Been busy, and everything seems to be. Hopefully, it gets better.
See,
COVID.
He's got a brand new gym here, right here in San Antonio. Tell us a little bit about your gym and how you got started with opening up a gym.
I got the location back in December, and did some changes to it. Brought it up to code. Fixed a lot of things, and then installed everything, and then I opened in February, and COVID hit in the middle of March.
Perfect timing, right?
Yeah, perfect timing. Yeah.
But is that something you want to do? I mean, is training, is that the next step? Is that how you want to stay involved in the sport?
Oh yeah, I always say that I was going to stay involved. I've always been involved with the sport, so besides fighting, I was already training fitness people. After my job, I would help out and help out kids in the past as well. So I just decided to invest some of my money and open up my own gym in the community where I live at, and hopefully cause some changes here.
We were talking a little bit about that earlier, where you said, boxing, there's tragedy, but it saves way more lives than you lose. Talk a little bit about that, how much it means to the community, and how boxing turn lives around.
Well, the community I live in, it's a middle class community. Everybody was happy that something different was here. I already had a big following, so a lot of people I used to train before it came, and then I started getting a lot of messages from fighters who come train with me, and that happened. So I got busy pretty fast, and one of the gyms, because of COVID, they had to shut down, so a lot of those guys came over here as well, and we got kids. I got kids that I train. Sometimes they can't paint the gym fee, but what am I going to do? I'm not going to kick them out. I mean, they got.
We've all been there, right?
Yeah. So
you said you've been here since February. I mean, how's it going? I mean, it looks like there's a good showing. Business is good. Everything looks good here. Everyone seems pretty happy with what's going on, right?
Correct. It was slow. We were shut down because the city had shut everybody down and for a few months, and then I opened, and we only were letting so many people come in, and obviously people had to wear their masks coming in and checking people's temperature. I have a good friend that works spraying down businesses and stuff, so he's one of my clients actually, and so he comes 3 days out of the week and sprays pre-COVID prevention, and we clean every day. After every training session, it's clean. So that's a lot of time, extra time to clean, but it's for the safety of the community, safety of the fighters.
I want to ask you about boxing in San Antonio. We got 2 world champions in San Antonio. You have Mario Barrios, Josh Franco, Kendo Castaneda trained here, and there's a bunch of other fighters from San Antonio, Hector Tanahara, Bam Rodriguez on the way up. What's going on in San Antonio that keeps producing and bringing out all these incredible young fighters?
You know what, I'm going to tell you, San Antonio's always been a fight town. I mean, it's always had from Leja to Michael Johnson to Robert Quiroga, and the list goes on. And there's been a lot of training camps coming over here as well. And we got a great crop of fighters. I mean, the last performance from Bam Rodriguez indicated what kind of fighters are here. That was just an amazing performance. We've seen my friend Eddie fight recently as well.
Josh won a world title.
Josh won a world title. That was, I mean, it could not happen to a better kid. That guy's a great guy. I'm very proud of these guys, for what they're doing.
San Antonio is starting to become like the fight capital of It's putting out more young fighters. It's also, I guess you're technically from Houston, but is Luey Villareal going to make a comeback? Are we going to see him back in the ring?
Everybody talking about Mike Tyson and Jones, so Roy Jones making a comeback. Maybe an exhibition is in the future, but seriously, and I get that question all the time. I'm so tied up with a lot of the kids that I'm training. I got some promising amateurs here. And I have Kenny Williams, another professional. We're trying to line up a fight for him.
I was going to ask you that. Now, is there any fighters here, any amateurs, any pros that we should keep an eye on?
Yes, I have 2 kids. Juan Cruz, he's an open amateur, and I have Osiris Watson. Osiris Watson has 2 fights, won his first Golden Gloves, but he's been developing amazingly here, and he's very promising. So and we got a couple of other amateurs, and they're all going to be put on the show hopefully here Halloween. I'll probably have like about 6 to 7 fighters on that card.
You've done a great job. I mean, you're obviously very knowledgeable. You've been a professional fighter. You've won a title. So they have a great man and a great coach to learn from. A couple of questions. What happened to your Texans on Thursday night?
Oh my God!
I'm not trying to.
Probably the same thing happened to the Cowboys. Yeah, that was horrible. But it was against a good team.
Best team in the league, right?
I mean, Super Bowl champions. What can you say?
2 quick questions before I let you go. We talked about this briefly. Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. Who do you have?
Oh, we spoke briefly on that earlier, right?
I gotta get you on the record.
I'm Texas boy. I'm a Texas boy, but I'm realistic as well. So I consider Danny Garcia one of the top welterweights. Spence as well. Spence has not fought in a while, and we don't know what occurred in that car accident and how he's going to respond on the comeback from that. I don't think that Danny Garcia was the correct fight on the way back. He should have probably got it like a top 20 guy and not one of the top 10 guys. So I'm going, and we can talk about Porter's loss, we can talk about Thurman's, and those were razor thin losses, which probably either one fight could have been either way. So Danny Garcia is a very well-rounded Philadelphia fighter. Great left hook, great movement, has a chin, and I just don't think it was adequate time for that fight at the moment, so I'm leaning towards Danny Garcia.
On points? A decision? You stop him?
I'm going to say late stoppage.
Stoppage? It's a big test coming off everything that Spence just went through. Next month, lightweights, Teofimo Lopez and Garcia Lomachenko. Who do you got?
Oh my God, I love these guys. Right now, currently Lomachenko is my favorite fighter. But Lopez is explosive. He got youth on his side, and he feels indestructible. And so that gives him an edge. That gives him an edge, and there is an edge there.
He's also naturally much bigger too.
Yeah, he's bigger and he's explosive. However, I just see it as the bull against the matador, and Lomachenko just has an experience that's out of this world in the movement. I think he's not gonna stop Lopez, but I think he will win a very close decision.
So no change in the guard yet. Lomas gonna retain his title.
Yeah.
Tell everyone where they can find you and Ferocious Fitness on social media.
You can follow Ferocious Fitness Boxing Gym on Facebook, and on Instagram is Luey_VI, and that's where I post everything concerning the gym or about my life as well. And I have a Twitter, which I hardly ever use. You can follow me there. You're hardly going to see me there. I never post anything. So everything's on Instagram and Facebook.
If you're ever in the San Antonio area, come down to Ferocious Fitness. Luey Villareal. I have trouble with that last name. But I can't roll my R's like that. But he's a great coach, and he's got a great gym here. God bless, Champ.
Thank you.